Yo, so guys, welcome back to another video. This is another random reaction, and this is actually someone who watches my channel. And I've watched the first like 10 seconds of this, like, cause I wanted to make sure what the video was sort of like, and it seems really, really well put together. So I'm just gonna shout him out. Basically, he's at 16 subscribers. The topic seems really interesting because it is one of those things that is just kind of one of those things that actually, like, when you think about it, it is just like, how at 1 minute am I awake and the next minute I'm passed out asleep? And do you just sort of teleport through time whilst you're asleep? Like, real time's still going on, but you're asleep and time passes by and within a second you're back up. But the whole time actually takes a lot. I don't know, I'm going to get in a rabbit hole. But this is the exact sort of topic I want to get into when I get to these kind of reactions. But I'm going to subscribe to him. Please help him get to, I say, 500 subscribers. Because I'm telling you, from what I've seen in the first 10 seconds, the editing quality is incredible, and for someone with this level or this amount of subscribers, he deserves a lot more. So I'm going to leave the link in the description for that, to the video as well. Show him support, man, because, yeah. I mean, you'll see in this video, this reaction, from what I've seen. Again, I don't know what to expect throughout the whole video, but from what I saw at the start, it just seems really like something that I feel like a lot of you guys will enjoy, because it's sort of related to some of the content that I've reacted to in the past. But let's get into this. Shout out to the guy who made it. And yeah, let's check this out. Sleep, man. How sleep works, maybe. I like this sort of soothing aura to it.
Sleep is something that's very nostalgic in a way. Hearing clear delusion.
I'll just turn the sound level up. Me and my audio issues, man. I'm so
open
bad
up this
at it.
video that felt distant and somber, didn't it? There's just something about sleep, whether it's our morbid fascination about death or our insistence on escaping reality, that draws us towards the possibilities within it. And most reassuringly, we're only at the tip of the iceberg when it comes to sleep and dream research. Regardless, let's explain sleep to the best.
There's dream research. Man, I love me some dreaming, but there's research into it. I mean, I thought it was just sort of like you're sort of living through things that sort of sparked your memory, like previously, like say something scarred you when you're like 2-3 years old, like a scary moment or whatever, or a big moment. You sort of dream about it, but you won't actually know. It's just sort of ingrained in your memory, but you don't actually know what it is that triggers it, kind of thing. I don't know there's such thing as sleep research.
Best of our current abilities.
I'm not gonna lie.
It goes something like this. Humans and other animals can detect light through an organ known colloquially as eyes. When our eyes sense that there's a distinct lack of light, known colloquially as night, glands in our body release melatonin, which, if you've ever suffered from insomnia, you know all about.
Please fall asleep. Wait, when did they say please fall asleep or what? Please fall asleep after the count, after the following countdown.
So you're hypothetically asleep now. Good job. Now we encounter what are known as non-REM and REM sleep. REM standing for rapid eye movement. Dreaming typically occurs during REM sleep, and when it doesn't, it's supposedly terrifying. But it's now that you should realize the concept of sleep is quite vague. I mean, the next time you're falling asleep, try pinpointing the exact moment in which you lose consciousness. It's nigh impossible.
It's true.
And once you wake up, think about where your dream began.
It's so true, like, how did I get it? It's so weird, because I'll be struggling to get to sleep some nights, and I just won't be able to sleep, and suddenly something happens and I can sleep, and then I wake up, and it's just like, how did that happen then? And it is something that I think about a lot, like, why can I just randomly sleep now? But 5 minutes before, my mind's racing and just thinking about random stuff, and I can't sleep. And just in an instant, you're asleep, and then you're back awake, and it's another day. And that's what I mean about the sort of teleportation kind of thing. Obviously, you don't teleport through time, because everyone else who's awake is sort of going through time normally, but your mind sort of goes through the time and you're just awake. It really is weird to me.
Where's the storyline start?
It really
A little
is.
fuzzy, isn't it? Sleep may be as distant as Pluto to us. It's hard to even begin to quantify a dream, more than did you or did you not have one last night. I mean, evolutionarily, what even is the advantage of dreaming?
I love dreaming, man.
Since the dawn of man, we've been interested about dreams and their meanings. Their outlandishness and abstractness have captivated both storytellers and scientists from all eras, yet still nothing conclusive has been determined. Let's look at some theories that we have. One of the most popular theories as to why dreams exist is that they help us organize information. If you've ever slept on an idea, you may wake up with an elegant solution to yesterday's problems, and dreaming may play an important role in this. Pretty straightforward, right? Let's get into some wackier stuff.
Some wackier stuff.
Dreaming may help in coping with trauma, organizing autobiographical information, and making emotional connections, among other things. If you've ever noticed how surreal dreams seem, it may be because dreaming involves parts of the brain not usually involved in everyday perception. Dreams are largely controlled by structures in the temporal lobe of the brain, including the hippocampus and the amygdala, rather than the frontal lobe, which is used in everyday logic and thinking. Among other benefits, this stimulation of the emotional part of the brain may help in creativity. It's not uncommon for artists, writers, etc. to claim that so-or-so project came to them in a dream. In fact, the piece playing right now, the famous Devil's Trill Sonata, is said to have come to composer Giuseppe Tartini via the Devil 2.
Oh wow, that is pretty sick actually. See, this is actually really well put together. There's no way this is a channel that should have 60 subscribers. Bro, this is some next level editing and like video sort of research, etc. And it's an interesting topic. Boy, you better help this guy get some subscribers. I tell you, because this is really, 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 really interesting. And it's quite soothing in a sense as well. Is that weird to say one of my subscribers' videos are quite soothing? Is it weird?
And playing his violin during a dream.
I don't know.
On that topic, nightmares are a frequent occurrence, especially as it seems among children. Given the importance of the amygdala, which, among other things, regulates aggression, perhaps dreaming evolved as a training manual for hostile encounters. For example, many people experience sleep paralysis.
Bro, when I tell you, when I was a kid, I had the worst scenarios. I used to wake up every night from sleep. I'd either have sleep paralysis, or I'd have a nightmare, and I would just be mortified. And I mean when I'm 5, 6, 7, 8, and I can remember it. I was a devilish child, man. I had the worst dreams. I don't know even what it was about. I just used to wake up scared. I thinking something bad was going to happen to me every single night. One night I woke up, and because it was pitch black, I went down my bunk bed, because I had a bunk bed at the time, and there was a Hoover to the side of me. I walked into the Hoover, I turned it on an accident. Bear in mind, I'm 7 years old, it's pitch black. I might have been younger as well, it's pitch black. Suddenly I hear this Hoover noise, and my Hoover was crazily loud. You know how loud Hoovers are. Times that by about 100, and that's how loud it was. It's the middle of the night. A sudden Hoover noise comes on, and it's just ingrained in my memory. It's one of the scariest things I've ever had. I wouldn't say I'm scared of Hoovers now, but I do have a kind of thing when I see them. I'm my memory's been triggered by that, and it just brings me back to when I was younger when that thing happened. And that's all from a nightmare. So I mean, I'm blaming sleep for that. I'm not gonna lie. Not for just me being a little wuss.
In which the body is paralyzed and the eyes remain open, but the hallucination of dreaming continues. One of the features of sleep paralysis is a sleep paralysis demon, or so they're called. The feeling of wanting to hide from this hallucination may be akin to the feeling of wanting to hide from a potential predator. Or maybe this is too specific to human sleep. I mean, plenty of animals have been shown to have dreams, right? Maybe the real purpose is something more basal to survival than all of this.
Sleep when it dreams.
One theory suggests that dreaming is key to establishing the ego in young children. As strange as it sounds, infants have no reason to believe such an abstract concept as being a mind within a corporal vessel. They have no reason to believe that they are an individual. If you've ever seen the famous Sally Ann test, young kids don't really believe that their knowledge should be different from the knowledge of anyone else. For the sake of explanation, I guess I'll demonstrate the Sally Ann test right here. There are two girls, Sally and Ann, in a room with two baskets and an object, say a penny. Sally puts the penny in basket A and leaves the room. Then after Sally leaves, Anne, the little scheming delinquent she is, moves the penny into the other basket. The study then asks, where will Sally look for the penny? To us it's quite obvious. Because she has no reason to expect otherwise, Sally will look in basket A where she left it. But interestingly, most children under the age of 4 will answer that Sally will look for the penny in basket B because that's where it is. This indicates that they have not yet developed a theory of mind, the idea that other people have minds that work in similar ways to their own, or perhaps even that other people have minds in the first place. How this relates to dreaming is as follows. Dreaming always takes place in the first person, and in a somewhat believable environment. Why is that, when, given our theories, our brains should simply tailor an environment conducive to learning how to make a spear, or how to escape a lion, or how to handle any social situation? Well, it may be because, at least in infants, the goal of dreaming is to establish the idea of the self. The repeated insistence that the brain is in this weird meat vessel rather than, say, a chair in the corner of the room shows the infant that I am me, and there's no changing that.
This is a really good video. My mind is, it makes me want to think and just say so many things. This is what these videos do. It makes my mind sort of race and just want to know everything. And just want to know more, and just makes me sort of, reminds me of certain scenarios where I've been in that sort of thing that he's explaining. Like, I've sort of had that experience kind of thing. I love these videos so much. So damn much.
That's a lot to take in, isn't it? Sleep establishing the ego? It's a far out idea, but it just goes to show you how little we know, ontologically, about ourselves.
That's
If
crazy.
something as simple as sleeping may explain why we even feel like an individual, it must remain to be seen the other more complex questions about your existence as a conscious being. Food for thought. Have fun sleeping.
Have fun sleeping. Sadly, it's only 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I've got a long time to stay up still. Shout out this guy, man. This video was incredible. I might have to check these out as well. Sapiens TV, a human video made for humans. A rock in a minor arm of its galaxy, the Milky Way. Bro, these might be reactions I have to do. This was so good. My God, please check this guy out. This was a really good video. 16 subscribers. This is next level, bro. This was incredible. This is so soothing, etc. And everything about it was so good. But yeah, there's not many comments here either. But I'm going to come back to this video on my own time just to see like sort of the comments and stuff. But mate, shout out this guy. Really good video. I'm back, slightly more deprived. Subscribe or else. Do what he says or I'll be angry. I have a dream. Dream Minecraft man. After cheating his speedrun. Dream is the goat, man. I love Dream's his Minecraft speedrun so much. Damn, every video feels like a new documentary. That's how high quality this is. Bro, 16 subscribers, man. Get him up there, please. He deserves it. This was incredible. But shout out to Sapiens or Cashboy, his YouTube channel that he uses to watch my videos, because this is really good. And it's the kind of topics that I love sort of looking into. Like dreams and sleep is just one of those things that I find really interesting and like fascinating to learn about. But leave me your thoughts underneath this video, and yeah, until next time, like, subscribe.